All right. Give me 1 second, everyone. All right. Okay. I had to rename the stream as, Double or Nothing without space. But yes, as you can see, we are going live for Double or Nothing. So welcome back, everyone, to the YouTube channel. I am Sid the Nerdy Mark. All that jazz. I did literally just wake up like an hour ago, so I still have my coffee again, and it is raining outside, so if you hear any sounds like that, that's why. But today we're going to talk about AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view. Yesterday I gave predictions. Today we're going to review it and we're going to talk about it. Kind of go through each match and kind of talk about what happened. And in the end, we will give it a rating between 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down, and somewhere in the middle. So let's get into AEW's Double or Nothing. And we will start from the very beginning. Well, actually, before we begin, today is Monday. And you know what that means. It's Memorial Day. Now, I've made a little post on social media, on my Instagram, but I just wanted to say, let's everyone take a minute today out of your day. We all have the day off, and it's amazing. I got enough sleep and everything, but we have the day off. I'm sure we're all gonna have some great time with family and friends, but let's also take a moment to remember why we have this day off and why is it that we can be with our friends and family today. Excuse me. And, just remember that the reason why we're here is because of the fallen men and women and our veterans, hold on, and our veterans. So, just never forget, right? That's all I gotta say. I know it's been a little hard these days to say that, for some of us to say that they're proud to be American, but and I'm going to just kind of talk about what I said on my little post. But as an immigrant who moved to America in 1998 and became a citizen in 2010, I can't think of anywhere else to live than the United States of America, despite our issues. No country is perfect, but I think that it's, but America, I'm proud to be an American. I am. And if this turns some of you off, that's fine. I'm sorry, but, I'm not sorry. That's fine. It is okay. But anyway, so hopefully, just if you are watching this and you are currently serving in the armed forces, I do want to say thank you for your service. To anyone who is watching and they are, they have family who is, who was a veteran or anything, thank them for their service. I want to obviously thanking everyone who made the ultimate sacrifice to make this country what it is today. So anyway, with that being said, let's get into AEW's Double or Nothing. I know we started on, let's get into some fun stuff, right? So I personally thought it was a solid show. I personally thought it was really good. First of all, crowds are back. That is fantastic, and it made the show that much better. They changed the layout. Excuse me. They changed the layout a little bit of the Daily's place, so they only have one entrance ramp. So there's no heel entrance ramp and face entrance ramp. It's okay. It is what it is. But still a damn good show. Love the presentation of the ring, of the arena, and also really had some damn good matches. So let's talk about them, shall we? Let's begin with the Casino Battle Royale. Yes, that's the Casino Battle Royale, everybody. No, let's begin with the buy-in. That's what I meant. I get confused because usually they used to put the Casino Battle Royale in the buy-in, so I was like, oh, it's the Casino Battle. No, anyway, but Let's talk about the buy-in. Serenade, the NWA Women's World Champion, taking on Riho. Um, this was a really good match. You know, this was on the pre-show, so apparently, you know, this is like the place where you go when apparently, like at least you know if you're looking in WWE terminology, this is kind of the place where they put the people that they don't care about, but they say, oh, you know what? Well, I mean, fine, I guess we'll give them a spot on the card, but we don't really care about them. You know, that's kind of the attitude that WWE has. Is at least so it seems. You know, hell, they broke up Retribution on the freaking pre-show. You know, so there's that. and but AEW does it differently. You know, this match, you know, it felt almost like if you haven't bought the pay per view all by this time, this is a free match we're giving you, and this is just this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is just what you can expect from AEW's Double or Nothing. If you want to see more, consider purchasing our pay per view. That's the kind of attitude I got from this match because this was a damn good match. I know Serenade, you know, she is. I don't know. I just felt like she's been slept on, and I feel like she is an absolutely fantastic worker, as is Riho. As is Riho. You know, especially you know now that she's back in the U.S. and you know she's able to wrestle matches here. I'm looking to see what she does down the line, but what a great match. Serena Deeb kind of playing the heel a little bit here. Are we going towards the Serena Deeb heel turn? Perhaps, but you know, I wouldn't hold my breath. Just you know, if it happens, if it doesn't happen, it is what it is. Um, a lot of cool spots here. I'm not gonna really go, you know, spot for spot, you know, because frankly, I didn't really take any notes, and I'm just kind of, you know, doing it off the cuff. Um, Literally, the only thing that has me going is my coffee, but I will finish that in a bit. I'll try to finish it before it gets cold. But you know, I thought this was a damn good match. I know they met in the Eliminator tournament for the women's title, but this one and Riho won that one. It was the first round. Serena Deeb got beaten by Riho, and now she's coming after her NWA Women's title. Obviously, Serena Deeb's going to be pissed that she has to face her again. So she really did a good job of conveying that emotion and really conveying like how she totally did not want to be in this match, but here we are, right? So finally, Serena Deeb does put away Riho and wins the match. Like I said, I wonder what's next for Serena Deeb. I don't mind seeing her in a match with Thunder Rosa because Thunder Rosa, you know, needs her title back. Or if Rosa is going to be in a feud with Britt Baker, well, we'll talk about that when we get there. But yeah, I could see her being a feud with Thunder Rosa. That could be interesting. I could see Riho versus Deeb Part 3. You know, the rubber match. Riho beat her once. She's beaten Riho. We do need the rubber match. So I could see in the rubber match, Riho finally dethroning Serena Deeb as NWA Women's Champion. That actually frees her up to go for the AEW Women's title. I would love to see matches. I would love to see some of those matches. So that could be really cool. Definitely, Double or Nothing definitely set the landscape for the next, you know, until the next Double or Nothing. You know, because, and I'll talk a little bit more about my thoughts on the general show once we get towards the end. But with that being said, overall, really good match. Really liked it. I think it was. I mean, it was on the buy-in, but like I said, this was just kind of like the appetizer. This was kind of like the hors d'oeuvres. This was very much showing AEW showing, hey, if you haven't bought the pay-per-view and you like this match, do consider buying the pay-per-view. That's kind of the attitude that they had, and that's awesome. That is amazing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next with Riho and Serenade. Let's see what happens in the NWA Women's title picture, because frankly, it's being defended more on AEW than NWA from what I'm seeing. But let's move on to the main show. And you would think that the main show would open up with the Casino Battle Royale, but it opened up with this amazing match. Hangman and Adam Page versus Brian Cage. Page versus Cage. Let's do it. Whew, boy. What a hot way to start off this pay-per-view. Like, this right here, and with all the fans screaming. Brian Cage with his Terminator gear looked amazing. Hangman Adam Page, I thought he was going to ride in a horse, but then again, of course, Hunter Horse Helmsley passed away, so I don't think he wants to ride any other horse other than Hunter. But, I think that this was just a fantastic match, and the crowd was hot for this match. Like, they were absolutely, loving every bit of it. The cowboy shit chants were just off the cuff, off the chains, and it just showed how much more excited, how a match can benefit from going first, because the crowd is just ready for an amazing match. And here we are. We got a really good match in Hangman versus Brian Cage. This, of course, is their second meeting again, much like Riho and Serenade. And again, I'm pretty sure we're gonna get another rubber match here too. Well, not sure, but wouldn't be surprised if we got a rubber match. But yeah, Brian Cage versus Hangman, man, like a lot of the power spots between these two men. At one point, Brian Cage tried to go for a buckshot lariat, cheeky, but obviously Hangman dodged that because that's his move. Well, the match did end with Hook and Ricky Starks trying to help Brian Cage, but Brian Cage was like, "No, I don't need help." He's like, "No, get out of here, get out of here." He refused Team Taz's help, and this distraction allowed Hangman to hit the buckshot lariat and win. Afterwards, we have a little bit of dissension going on in Team Taz. So it looks like we're heading towards a Brian Cage face turn at some point. So we'll see. I mean, he's been doing some things that's been rubbing Taz the wrong way, that's been rubbing Ricky and the entire Team Taz the wrong way. So I can definitely see Taz and Powerhouse Hobbs, finally, Brian Cage finally just leaving them and saying, you know what, screw you guys. But Macho Fan, Ryan, hey man, what's going on? But yes, Brian Cage face turn. That's what I was talking about. Absolutely, yeah, I can see that. Cage versus Hobbs Stark for the FTW. Honestly, I mean, even though it's not a sanctioned title, I wouldn't mind seeing that match. Like, we need that so bad. I think, honestly, it's funny that they're going with Brian Cage. I honestly thought they were going to do that with Ricky Starks. Like, I think Ricky Starks, someone like Brian Cage and someone like Powerhouse Hobbs, they kind of need Taz to be like his mouthpiece. Because, I'm sorry, I love Brian Cage in the ring. Not a fan of him on the mic. But I really liked Ricky Starks on the mic. I've seen his work on NWA Power, and honestly, when he debuted, he had a really good promo. I think Ricky Starks can actually do well on his own, but they're going with Brian Cage, and that's fine. I'm totally fine with that. But Ryan, Macho Fan, thank you for joining the stream. It's really, really cool to see you here. But yeah, and I'm honored actually, and I will try not to pass out of because I'm a damn celebrity is in my chat, which is awesome. Anyway, but great match. Let's move on. We got the AEW World Tag Team title match. We got the Young Bucks taking on Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston, who came out to Wild Thing with a thunderous roar from the crowd and the entire crowd singing Wild Thing. That was awesome. I loved it. It was so, so great. And obviously Mox was so amped to be back and to see the crowds Nick Jackson has a full-grown beard now, which is awesome. I think I might have to start growing mine out again. I mean, even though it's not November yet. Um, I am planning to do No Shave November, so just FYI. But what a great match. What a great match this was. I thought that the different styles actually really worked. Kind of the more brawler style of both Moxley and Kingston versus kind of the technical and high flying of the Young Bucks really meshed well together. I felt like both teams filled the gaps of each other, if that makes sense at all. You know, for example, John Moxley doesn't do high flying stuff. That was taken care of by the Young Bucks. Young Bucks aren't, down and dirty street fighters. That was taken care of by Mox and Kingston. And it really meshed well. And so I thought this was a damn good match. Contender for match of the night. I can't disagree with you. Ending with the fight was this was great, man. I love this match so freaking much. But by the way, we gotta talk about the drip. The Young Bucks came out like with Seth Rollins, what he was wearing, I think earlier on SmackDown, he was wearing that white suit with the orange and blue kind of drip kind of, and Young Bucks made a parody of it. I thought that was hilarious. They parodied the Shield a little bit. They did the fist bump, and then they were gonna go for the power bomb. Oh man, the Young Bucks as heels have become so entertaining, and it's absolutely fantastic. Just good stuff here. I was half expecting Nick to do this and do a Superman punch. Was it Seth inspired? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, just because I think the color scheme was the same. So I would say it's Seth inspired, but maybe I'm reaching. But, and besides, Nick Jackson with the beard. I mean, again, maybe I'm reaching, but a lot of people did say that it was like Seth Rollins inspired. But I can be, I can understand if they said no. Yeah, dude, I was expecting the same. I would have loved to see them come out as the Shield and just come out through the rafters, do this whole thing and do the fist bump. I would have loved that. That would have been cool too. That would have been funny. But Vince McMahon would have probably been slapped a giant lawsuit. But then again, he could still do that with the whole trip. I hope he doesn't. But Vince McMahon is a petty old man. Anyways, but that was great though. Just the antics from the Young Bucks was great. Just Mox and Kingston just being tough SOBs. Really just cementing him as that. Fantastic stuff here. It took 4, I think, BTE triggers to finally put away Mox. And of course, the Bucks do retain. And after a very well fought victory. So yeah, I mean, this was great stuff. I mean, I think honestly, Young Bucks have been killing it. Ever since their heel run, the live crowds too. That would have been yeah. I can see that. Yeah, with COVID. Yeah, I think that's why the ring was a little bit elevated so that they can't physically go and give high fives and stuff like that. I kind of saw that, even though Hangman did get to grab a beer and he cheers the fans, so that was cool. The Meltzer driver on Eddie, dude, I thought that I was like, how is Eddie Kingston still alive with that? Of course, they did mention the hard head of Eddie Kingston because they kept hitting him on the head, and it was awesome. I'm pretty sure this is something that Nick Gage was very happy seeing. But, I don't think Gage is coming to AEW, but, hey, you never know, right? Never say never. But yeah, the Meltzer driver, thank you. Thank you, Macho Fan, for that. That was fantastic. Just go watch this match. Seriously, just go watch this damn match, and you'll see what we're talking about. You'll see why me and Ryan are gushing about this match. Just go watch it, okay? We're going to move on to the Casino Battle Royale. Now, I did react to this entire match on Instagram. It's still up there at Sid's 500. I reacted to the whole thing. I'm not going to go through every single participant because that would be too damn long. But for what it was, this was a good match. Now, I have been going on record to say that I'm not a big fan of Battle Royales, except for the Royal Rumble, because, you know, it's like a one by one. I just hate when it's super crowded in the ring. But I felt like this one, since they were going by suit, CM Punk's, yes, CM Punk. Anyway, I have my thoughts about that, but you know, I will reserve it for some other time. No, I think that this was really a really good match. I think this is probably my favorite battle royale that they've done so far. You know, this was I think this was just how you do it. You know, like I said, not a fan of battle royals, but the way they did this one, I was fine with. So we did, of course, get a lot of cool spots. You know, we had a cool little moment between Christian Cage and Matt Hardy. You know, going off of their history. You know, Matt Hardy did this whole thing, and you know, it was cool. It was really cool. And they, I feel like they kind of copied the Randy Orton Edge spot in Royal Rumble where they were pretending to form Rated RKO again, but Edge just completely just eliminated Randy Orton from the ring. Just went, you know what, screw it. I think they kind of did that here with Christian Cage and Matt Hardy, but I'll let it slide. I'm not like, oh, why did they do that? I'm not one of those people. I was actually okay with it. So this was cool. I like that. The Joker. There were a lot of names, like Ryan said, CM Punk perhaps. A lot of people thought Bryan Danielson. I know I did. Some people, I think, thought that Paul White, who, by the way, was the announcer for this match, luckily, putting over JB was... Yes, I will... Yeah, I will talk about that in just a sec. But I do agree with you, Ryan. And I think that a lot of people talked about the Joker card. A lot of people were saying, you know, all these different names. But it ended up being Ryback. Ryback, yeah. Ryback's been not having such a good time on Twitter now, has he? But Ryback would have been interesting. I think if Ryback came in, I think everyone should have just piled on him and just eliminated him right off the cuff. Just right off the off. Just like, get the hell out of here. We don't need you. Anyway, but the wild card did end up being... Oh, by the way, Penta, El Cero Miedo. His gear, so awesome. I loved it. His Joker-inspired gear, fantastic. Speaking of the Joker, it was none other than Lio Rush. It's time to collect, or Rush time, whatever he says. You know what? A lot of people were up in arms about this, but I wasn't. I was like, oh, this is a legitimate surprise. I didn't think Lio Rush was going to show up, you know? And they did to Leo. He only lasted 4 minutes. Yeah, I mean, true. Man of the hour, I know. Yeah, man of 4 minutes, not really. You know, more like man of 4 minutes, right? Anyway, but I think, you know, for what it was, I mean, apparently he is signed to New Japan, but his contract allows him to work AEW shows, which I guess makes sense. I read this on Reddit somewhere, okay? So don't take my word for it. But you know, no, I read it on Reddit, so it must be true. Anyway, but like I said, apparently he is signed to New Japan, but apparently his contract allows him to work AEW. Interesting how apparently they're in talks with WWE. Anyway, how are those talks going there, Nick Khan? Anyway, so it should be cool. I would love to. There are already tons of matches in my head. Lio Rush versus Penta, Lio Rush versus Pac, Lio Rush versus all the members of Death Triangle individually. Give me Lio Rush versus Jungle Boy. Give me Lio Rush versus any high flyer, honestly. Just all the cruiserweights. Just give me Lio Rush versus the world. That's what I want to see. Shit, Lio Rush versus Ricky Starks after he gets medically cleared. I would love to see that. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of opportunity there for Lio Rush at some point when he does decide to, finally, you know, do some matches here in AEW. So with that in mind, we did get the winner of the Casino Battle Royale, Jungle Boy. I legit thought they were going to go with Christian Cage. Oh, excuse me. With the whole tease earlier this year, Cage, going up, confronting Kenny Omega, picking up the AEW title. I legit thought that we were going to get Christian Cage versus Kenny Omega, but no, we're getting Jungle Boy. And of course, there were rumors of Jungle Boy getting a push once crowds were back. There you go. I guess this was the push. And everybody was, singing the Jungle Boy, Tarzan Boy, which was great. And interesting. Leo and Mark Henry revealed on the same night. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know, I don't know what you mean by that, but I mean, it was cool. It was cool. Definitely, we did get the reveal of Mark Henry being the guest announcer for AEW Rampage. That's cool. I like that. They would have been dragged online if they put over Christian. Yeah, they may have, just because, he's an old guy, and, you guys don't like it when WWE puts over old guys. I mean, anyway, I don't want to get into that, okay? I failed to finish my coffee before it got cold. I'm so disappointed. Anyway, but I wasn't disappointed from this match. Anyway, when Leo got fired from WWE, he and Mark Henry had a big fight online. Oh, okay. I didn't see that, but thank you. But let's move on to the next match. But congratulations to Jungle Boy. I am very happy that he won this, and of course he got a show of respect from Christian Cage, which was awesome. So yeah, good stuff there. I liked the whole presentation. Everything was great. Let's move on. We have probably the one not so good match from Double or Nothing, and that was this one. Anthony Ogogo versus Cody Rhodes. Britain, UK versus America. Cody Rhodes looked, a lot of people said Cody Rhodes looked like Homelander. Look, I don't watch The Boys, but I do know of Homelander, and yeah, I can totally see that. This was I think at this point the crowd was a bit tired because we had gotten banger after banger, the last few matches, and this was better than expected. Yeah, I mean the match itself wasn't bad at all. No, I just think the crowd was soured on why is it Britain versus America. I can see that. And of course, they thought that Anthony Ogogo should have gone over, but Cody Rhodes put him over. Cody Rhodes beat him, and he didn't even beat him with a crossroads. So obviously, he beat him with the vertebraker. Yeah, thank you. I remember I tweeted about this, and I was like, "What's this move called? The vertebraker." Hey, I just finished my coffee, so it's gonna take a while to kick in. Okay. Anyways, but. The vertebraker. I don't know if that's going to be his new finisher or what it is, but I mean, I don't know, man, because Cody Rhodes, he could have taken some time off to be with Brandy, because they're having a baby. But I don't know what's going on with Cody Rhodes, and hopefully Anthony Ogogo, maybe Cody Rhodes will say he is going to take some time off, and they'll push Anthony Ogogo. Who knows? Wrestling has been doing country versus country for years. We have the Olympics and yeah, no, I know that. That's true. But here's the thing: it's if you do it a couple of times, fine. But and by the way, I will to Cody's credit, I really liked his promo on America. I talked about Ryan. I don't know if you were here for the beginning, but at the top of the show, I was talking about Memorial Day and how, despite everything going on, I'm still proud to live in this country, and it's great. It was good. It was a great promo, and I think it reminded me at least, why we moved to this country. Anyway, I don't want to get into that, but being an immigrant myself, I moved here in 1998. We moved here for better opportunities, and lo and behold, here we are. So, uh, I do have to thank Cody Rhodes for reminding me of that. Despite all the social unrest going on, we still remember that we are, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to. It's a touchy subject, but I still really liked it. But yeah, I do know that they've been doing that for years. It's what it is. I mean, I personally didn't care much about it. I just think that the match itself was fine, but compared to like the bangers we got earlier, this kind of felt like the cool down match. It really did. Um, American Dream Sid. Oh my god, American Dream Sid Matrix. Oh shit. That's hard times, baby. Anyway, um, yes, that's gonna be my. For those who don't know, Sid Matrix. I'm on TikTok, and I'm part of a promo league called NGTTWF, and I perform as a character named Sid Matrix, and I cut promos there. It's a lot of fun. If you want more information, definitely check out Ryan. He can help you with that, or just go to TikTok and look up NGTT and just use the hashtag NGTTWF. If you have Discord, join the Discord, all that good stuff. But yes, there we go. Promo for NGTTWF. Anyways, but yeah, American Dream Sid Matrix. That's the new gimmick. Shit, man. All right, but yeah, it was not a bad match. Okay, the match itself was pretty good. Anthony Ogogo is fantastic in the ring. Cody Rhodes, he's Cody Rhodes. But I think again, Anthony Ogogo did not look bad in defeat at all. Should have won, but it is what it is. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I kind of, I think just because of that promo, I wanted Cody to win. But I wouldn't have been mad if Ogogo won. Like, seriously. So we'll see where this goes. Apparently, there's going to be a tag match between Ogogo and QT Marshall versus Cody Rhodes and Lee Johnson in next week. Well, this coming Friday. So we'll see if the Factory can get some of their win back. So yeah, but with that, let's move on. Not gonna have him go over more. Yeah, I could see that. All right, we got this next match for the TNT Championship. We got Miro versus Lance Archer. Now, I said this during my prediction show. I wish they waited on this match because I kind of want Lance Archer to be the guy to take it off of Miro. But they did give it to us now, and I'm kind of glad that they did. This was exactly what I expected. It was two big men slapping meats. Another match of the night contender for sure. This was just. I mean, I don't want to call it a Haas fest, but this was really. But then again, the definition of the big man, I feel, and I've said this a lot. The definition of the big man has changed a lot in today's wrestling. It's no longer big, lumbering men who just come in and they're hulking like this, and they just have big moves where they just push you or they just throw you around, like freaking Steven Seagal or some shit like that. No, the big men can also go. They can move. They have agility. And this match showed it. This was a lot of strength, a lot of agility. I at one point loved when Miro was using Lance Archer's braid to choke him out. I don't know why Lance Archer does not just follow Bianca Belair, take notes from Bianca Belair, and use his braid as a weapon. Like, that would make a lot of sense. But it's okay. But Miro did put the accolade on Lance Archer, who passed out, so Miro retains. Great match. Really, really good stuff. Very for me, this was kind of the sleeper hit of Double or Nothing. Absolutely loved it. Great stuff all around. I think Miro, this title run, just let him be a dominant champion for like 6 months. give me at least 6 months of Miro being a dominant champion, if not a year. Like, give me a good, sizable amount of time. Like, give me more. Like, I know in WWE he got to, as U.S. champion, he got to ride with a tank. I don't expect that. Just give me a damn good freaking run with this title. Seriously, that's all I want. But Lance Archer did a great job here too. Jake the Snake Roberts did show up with the snake, and Miro just chucked that thing out there. I don't know if we can we consider that animal abuse? I'm not sure. I hope there was nothing in the bag. I really hope that there was legit nothing in there, but we'll see. I think honestly though, it could have done without the shenanigans from Jake the Snake, but it is what it is. I mean, he is Jake the Snake Roberts, so whatever. Yeah, that snake. Yeah, I'm like I said, I don't know if we're gonna have PETA or whatever come in and be like, "Hey, man, what the hell?" Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure because if they did legit throw a snake there, people would have had a fit. Like, yeah. I don't know, man. And that's why I'm saying, can we consider that animal abuse? Because there was technically nothing in there. So, it kind of borders on that line, I feel. But great match overall. So let's move on to another title match. Hikaru Shida, the AEW Women's World Champion, versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, with Rebel, not Reba. I think this was a long time coming for Britt Baker. First of all, the new title looks fantastic. It's just, I've been wanting a bigger women's championship ever since the inception of the AEW women's title. Like, I really needed that. But this was a very good match. First of all, both women's gear, absolutely fantastic. I think Shida has been an amazing has been a great champion. She's done, pretty much done everything she can for the AEW Women's Championship. Kind of having her retain here, I feel would not have, done. I don't know. Then it would have been like, what's next for Britt Baker, right? But I think this was finally, yes, a perfect match. AEW Women's Division is light years ahead of. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. When AEW first started, I said the only thing that is lacking is their women's division. And then they've been putting, ever since, and I think AEW heard everyone, and I think that was like the general consensus. They heard everybody, and they said, okay, you don't think our women's division is stacked? Here are some matches. And I'm like, oh, never mind, whether they imported people from the Indies or Japan or even signed many of those guys, they have been putting on banger after banger. Like, women's matches have gotten from where they were to where they are now, it's a total 180 degree change. Because this is a match that you need to watch. I think it was great. I mean, there weren't too many shenanigans from Rebel, which I kind of appreciated. But they're invested in creating good characters with great matches. They got hit with injuries early, but yeah, I see that for sure. But yeah, they are absolutely, like you said, yes, Ryan, they are absolutely killing it now. They are absolutely doing such an amazing job. Yes, amazing. That's how Indian people say amazing, very amazing. Anyway, oh god, I turned. Oh, sorry, Ryan. I think I'm gonna be Sid Batrix, the Indian Dream now. Anyway, so no, it was just such an amazing job with all these matches. Like, they've been putting quality matches, since for a while now. I mean, like, we can I don't think we can complain about the women's division anymore. If you do, that's like two of you maybe, and you both need to prioritize your life. That's all I'll say. But I think that this was a very good match. Like, please go watch it. Again, I know I keep saying go watch the match, But do watch it. It was great. Obviously, we did have Sheeta tap out to Britt Baker when she put in the lockjaw with her new sparkly glove. And that was interesting. I thought that Sheeta might have passed out. I mean, but no. She tapped to the lockjaw. That means that the lockjaw, that is a very protected finisher. So that's awesome. I love this part. I love this. But congratulations to Britt Baker. I do think that she's going to feud with Thunder Rosa at some point. I do think that's going to be the feud, but I would love to see some other matches like Britt Baker versus Layla Hirsch. Ooh, excuse me. Maybe a champion versus champion contest. Britt Baker versus Serenade. Britt Baker versus Riho would be great. If we're getting all the Japanese imports like Yuka Sakazaki would be fantastic. I would love to see her just beat a bunch of Joshi wrestlers, and now that Britt Baker, because she had the shirt with the blood, I would love to see something like where she sees, where she beats a bunch of Japanese wrestlers, and she's like, I am the ultimate Joshi, or the ultimate Gaijin, and B Priestley comes out, and we have that match. I would love to see something like that. There you go, fantasy booking for you. Anyway, but this I'm just really happy. I'm just glad it's been a long time coming, but Britt Baker finally is your AEW Women's Champion. Abaddon versus Hikaru Shida. Yeah, Abaddon versus Shida would be great. I would love that again. The first match was pretty good. I want to see this again. Like I said, yeah, Shida can afford to eat a loss right now. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm totally down. I wouldn't mind Shida. I think she should move down to dark for a little bit and just rebuild her stock again at some point. I would love to see her as champion once again, just not, beating Britt Baker for it. I would love to see her beat someone else down the line, but I want to see Britt Baker just absolutely go on a tear. That's what I want to see. Obviously with Rebel helping her, and that was cool, and that's good stuff. So good stuff here, man. Just all around, very very happy with the result, with the match. Good stuff. All right, now we move on to Sting and Darby taking on Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. I felt like this was a good match, but oh my god, yes, Ty Conti. Yes, and hi, Jay Wild. Thank you for joining. Yes, Ty Conti would be great. Or Anna Jay. Honest to God. Bring the women's title to the Dark Order. I would love that. But Sting and Darby versus Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. Now, this was also a good match, but this also kind of felt like a cool down match. Just because of what was to come after this. But I really liked it. First of all, Sting is, Sting can go, man. Sting is able to go, and I swear, if Sting and Darby win the tag titles, oh yeah. Now, I don't think. I'm pretty sure that's on the horizon, but I don't think they're gonna win it from the Bucks. I'm sure at some point they'll put the titles on Sting and Darby because they might. But you never know. Let's just say this: Sting, like I said, he is, for his age, he's in his 60s, and he's in pretty good shape for his 60s, and he still can go. He still got it. The you still got it chance. Very well deserved. Did a freaking Stinger splash, which was awesome. Dude, we thought that his wrestling career was over. Like, in many interviews, he said that if I wrestle again, I might die. And I'm like, here he is, hitting moves like it was the old days almost, I'm perfectly fine if Sting never holds any gold in AEW. Yeah, no, I don't really think he needs to. I don't mind him wrestling a few matches, but I don't think he needs to hold any gold either myself. But I wouldn't be pissed if he does. So I'll just leave it at that. But I think Sting and Darby did a great job in this match, as did Sky and Ethan Page. Personally, I think Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page should have won this match, but I can see why they went with Sting and Darby winning. It's Sting, his first match back in a wrestling ring in 5 years. I could see that. I could see why they did that, but it is what it is. I think that they should have still had um, Paige and Sky go over, but whatever. Um, I don't know what this means for these two. Are they going to stay together? Are they going to break up? What's going to happen? Sting and Darby, they're not going anywhere. I don't know. I don't know who's next. They're definitely being courted by the Dark Order a lot. I wonder if that's going to be a storyline going forward. But we'll see. Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page. Like I said, I guess they're just going to continue to put them on Dark and have them build their stock a little bit, and then we'll see. Obviously, they're not going to take the titles off the Young Bucks because first of all, that will be heels versus heels, and second off, I don't think that I want them to take the titles off of Young Bucks just yet. I don't know who the Young Bucks should drop the titles to. Oh yeah, I do. Maybe Jurassic Express. I'm just saying, Jurassic Express would be great as tag team champions. Like they deserve to do that, man. Or Private Party if they turn face or something. I don't know. But as far as the tag team division, from the beginning they've been saying that they want to put an emphasis on tag team wrestling. And here you go. First of all, 2 tag team matches on the same card. Well, okay, that's nothing new. We see that a lot, but still, 2 good tag team matches on the same card. Let's be specific here. 2 good tag team matches. So this was great, man. I thought it was still good. Like I said, great to see Sting is in good health physically. Good to see that first of all he's in good shape. Good to see that he can still go. Just shows what you can do when you when freaking Seth Rollins doesn't throw you into the freaking turnbuckle. Anyways, sorry, but I had to put that in there somehow. Proud and Powerful can take the book. Yeah, Proud and Powerful. Yes, I'm so sorry. Yes, Proud and Powerful will be great. Best Friends too, like you said. Although they are introducing the Trios title, so maybe Best Friends will go for that. I could see. Oh, I did forget to talk about one thing during the tag team match between Bucks versus Kingston and Mox. We did have the Good Brothers show up, and then they obviously Frankie Kazarian came in and attacked Carl Anderson. So, are we going to see a trio with Moxley, Kingston, and Frankie? I would love this. This right here would be a great trio. And if they are introducing a trios title to AEW, there you go, right there. You got one of your trios. You have Jurassic Express, Best Friends, Inner Circle, Pinnacle, Elite Hunter Kaz. Yeah, I would love to see that. So yeah, you got all these different teams, all these different trios. Death Triangle, the big one, right? One of the big ones. So yeah, you got quite a couple of trios in your hands. I think we have a decent. I would love to see a trios title at some point. So there you go. I guess that's what they're doing. Maybe they're building towards that trios title. I don't know when they're going to be unveiled, but I hope it's sooner than later. That's all I'll say. But anyway, enough about this match. Let's go to the one of our main events. We have the AEW World Champion, Kenny, by God Almighty, God bless, so help me God, swear to God. What else is there? God forbid, good God, Omega. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep. I can't resist because because of the things that Don Callis says. But yeah, Kenny Omega taking on the bastard Pac and freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. What a match! This was great. By the way, to the build up to this, we saw all 3 competitors preparing for the match. I loved how Pac was the only person doing push-ups, and Kenny was just throwing shooting basketball hoops, and Orange Cassidy was just chilling while the Best Friends were doing the training. I thought that was great. Pac, he had an amazing reception thanks to the crowd. Near North Carolina. I can't do it. I can't do Justin Roberts. Um, but yeah, this was just amazing, amazing stuff. I loved how Kenny Omega kind of underestimated Orange Cassidy, but Cassidy brought it to him. I honestly legit thought there were spots where Cassidy was going to take this, or even Pac was going to take this. So really good stuff, really good storytelling in the ring as well as, with the promos. And I mean, I love the spot where Kenny was trying to go for trying to go for a top rope move on Orange Cassidy when Orange Cassidy put his hands in his pockets. Oh yeah, he was going for like that snapdragon on top of the rope, and Orange Cassidy put his hands in his pockets to lock Kenny's arms in so he couldn't move. That was good stuff. Kenny does retain, of course, via a roll-up on Orange Cassidy. So, that was interesting. But I guess we might get Pac versus Kenny again because, you never pinned me, Kenny. So I could see that. That would be cool. I love the spot where Don Callis just came in, threw Kenny, hit one of his belts. He hit Pac, got another belt, hit Pac. Pac got all 4 belts. You know how in Japan when the Bucks and Kenny were tagging, they'd be like 4 boots or 6 boots. This was 4 belts. That was great. That was I think my favorite spot in this entire match. Like I love how Kenny as a heel, he's able to fight. He is a great in-ring performer, but he's also able to show a little bit of personality. He's got a little bit of a comedy chops going on there. If you watch BTE, you know that. Kenny taking out the ref, that was amazing, and then Aubrey Edwards had to step in and do what she had to do. Just a lot of things, just a lot of moving pieces, a lot going on here. And of course, it was announced that in 2 weeks we would get Kenny Omega versus Jungle Boy, the winner of the Casino Battle Royale, for the AEW World Championship. And my hair is being all crazy. I'm sorry. Why is it being crazy? Stop. The crowd ate it up. Yeah, the crowd absolutely ate it up. The crowd just, it was a little bit, during Cody versus Ogogo, it was a little bit kind of mild, but it just was 0 to 100 after this match came on. This was probably I don't know if this was match of the night for me. Definitely up there too. Also, I would say this is also a match of the night contender. And this was great. I loved everything about this, man. This was just great stuff. Who can take the title off of Kenny? Personally, I'd say Hangman. I would let Kenny just hold his title until Revolution next year. Then we can get a new. Well, maybe not even Revolution. Well, yeah, Revolution. Yeah, no, Revolution. Yeah, no, let him hold it until Revolution because he's been defending his title on Impact. He's been defending his title on AEW. He's got this match against Andrade for the AAA title. So, busy man. He's a busy man. So, I would love to see Hangman finally dethrone Kenny Omega at some point. But Pac, as far as I'm concerned, I think, and I said this in my prediction show as well, but Pac, I think because of the pandemic, he lost a lot of momentum because he wasn't able to wrestle here. But after he's come back, man, he's been killing it, So I'm just excited to see. Maybe he's going to go for the Trios title. Hopefully, if Phoenix can stop getting injured, he'll come back and we will see the Trios title again. And if they have a Trios title, we can see Pac, see Death Triangle, hopefully be the first Trios champion. I personally want to see that. Anyway, overall, fantastic match. But this was not the only main event on the show. We had one more match. Anyway, one last match, and that was Stadium Stampede Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. The Inner Circle, once again, taking on the Pinnacle. I feel like the Stadium Stampede is to the Inner Circle just like how what the War Games match is to the Undisputed Era. So I really liked. This was fantastic though, but let's talk about how the entrance of the Inner Circle. They came down from the rafters. That was really really cool. This was. I'll say this: the first Stadium Stampede match was really good. Was fantastic, but I think the production value was upped significantly for this match, and we yeah, it was up significantly for this match, and um, it was just absolutely fantastic. I'm glad that they actually this time they used the football field and Daly's place and incorporated both areas of the ring, areas of that venue to finish this match. Um, this felt like an action movie from the 80s, and if you know me, I'm a huge 80s fan, so this warmed my heart. Looks like Chris Jericho is an 80s fan too. I mean, obviously. So this was just good stuff. Jericho, despite the cast on his arm, was still able to beat the living hell out of MJF. I love the spot with the chairs. I love the spot with the chairs between Sammy Guevara and Shawn Spears. I don't know. I actually liked this one. I actually thought this was just as good as the first match. Like, here's the thing. This didn't feel so much like a match until maybe the last 5 minutes. This felt more like a movie. This felt more like an action movie, like the climax of an action movie. And I had no problem with it. FTR and the Proud and Powerful going at it, great stuff. Like, that was just very interesting. The Sammy Shawn bit, like I said. Jake Hager and Wardlow, I do wish they had a little bit more in this, but it's whatever. Finally, when they got into the ring, it was just good stuff. Jericho and MJF, just amazing stuff. I love Jericho stapling MJF, the paper to MJF. We had a couple of guys from the Dailies, from the Jaguars, make a cameo. I forget their names. I don't watch football. I'm sorry, but we had those guys. And Jericho just hurled footballs at MJF. It was so great. I love this. Look. I know Jay. I know you didn't care much for this, but I love this match. I thought this was fantastic. I think like I said, they basically upped the stakes. I mean, I think they just really upped the production value. Minus the little the Wardlow and minus the Wardlow and Jake Hager segment. I pretty much liked everything. But of course, the match did end in the ring with Sammy Guevara pinning the Shawn Spears to win for the Inner Circle, and that means the Inner Circle stays as a unit. I am so glad. There was no reason to break up the Inner Circle at this point. Pinnacle had their victory at Blood and Guts, but this was the Inner Circle's moment. And what a great way to end out Double or Nothing. So, really liked it. Overall, great show. I think that was great. I think there was only the only match that I didn't care much for was Go versus Cody Rhodes. Even though it was really good, I think it was just whatever. What did you want the Inner Circle to break up? Come on, Jay. Come on. It's no. I wanted them to stay. I can't be and besides, they announced that whole stipulation at the same day that SCU legit broke up. Well, not legit, but SCU actually broke up. So I was like, no, why? I didn't want the Inner Circle to break up, man. I wanted them to stay together. And besides, like I said, trios, titles. We need trio teams. I mean, Sammy Guevara and Proud and Powerful versus freaking Shawn Spears and FTR. There's a trios match right there. So honestly, I wanted the Inner Circle to stay. I don't know what your problem, Jay. I don't know what your problem is with the Inner Circle, but I think that they're fantastic and they need to stick around. I think honestly, I think Jericho, ever since coming into AEW, has really made the Inner Circle his own. And for him to just completely disband the Inner Circle after, what, 2 years? No, I can't. No. I mean, the only reason I would have them disband is if, like, it becomes the NWO and they have, like, everybody and their mom join the Inner Circle. Then, yes. Then it's like, no, just get rid of it. But, yeah, I thought this was good. Good way to end out AEW Double or Nothing. Overall, like I said, very good show. Great to see crowds back again, of course. Definitely very much amped up with the crowds. So it was just fantastic. So with that being said, as far as a rating, AEW Double or Nothing gets 2 thumbs up. So with that being said, this concludes my review for Double or Nothing. Thank you for watching. I know, again, another bit of a long one. It's like we're on like an hour already. We're about a minute past the hour. So let's end it here. With that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on social media. Make sure you hit that bell so you're notified every time I post a new video or go live. And with that, thank you for watching. This is Sid signing off. You guys take care and have a great Memorial Day.